Hey, what's up guys? Joe here, coming at you today from Clash Royale. That's right, Clash Royale is coming to the channel, and what better way to kick off the very first video than using the deck, the starter deck that I kicked it all off about a week ago. The replay on the screen right now is very bad mechanics. Do not follow any examples within the current replay. This is gameplay from when I first started. I didn't understand my card deck, but I would say that the HOG cycle deck is actually a really good starter deck in the sense that it is a low elixir costing deck. There's also interchangeable cards. You can change out the Musketeer for the archers, or you can change out the Inferno Tower for the cannon. So as time has gone over the last couple of days, I've gotten a lot better grasp on the mechanics of the game, as well as a better understanding of the deck that I was actually using. So my first advice for those of you that are just like starting out, which there's millions of players out there, the pros started somewhere too. So we all start low and we work our way up, getting better and better as time goes on. So getting a deck that you're comfortable with and sticking with that deck is beneficial when you're first starting out Clash Royale. So anyways, if you are a Clash of Clans player, which most of you on my channel have been sticking around for Clash of Clans content, the 3-star mentality you have to drop if you're going to play Clash Royale. Focusing on the crown tower is not exactly the idea on how to win a match. You can easily win a match by taking it all the way to the end and getting one of the princess towers and pulling out the victory and proceeding up the ladder as you play the game. Alright, so as we're watching this replay, I'm messing around, kind of flipping through some cards, and I actually do a very critical mistake here by allowing the prince to charge the princess tower and get right in on it before actually trying to counter it. So what we're going to do in this video today, guys, I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to take a look at some replays and get a little bit more in depth on what each of the cards can do for you as we look at the HOG cycle deck. Cycling means cycling through the cards, getting the Hog Rider into the arena as quickly as possible. That's really the intent of the HOG cycle deck, but there's also a lot of great cards in this deck for countering massive pushes or turning everything back around on your opponent. So what we're going to do from here is get into a different replay, a better replay, and get some better mechanics for you guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and slow it down and go against an opponent that's very similar to me, and that way we can take a look at the deck as a whole. Your real offensive card is the Hog Rider, and you're going to use it to go down and take away hit points off of the Princess Tower. The other cards in your deck are going to be really used defensively. In this case, we've already exposed the minions and the baby dragon. Keep in mind, you want to remember what's in your opponent's deck, or try to remember. Using that knight in the center of the arena, that way it stops the baby dragon's assault and allows the princess tower and the musketeer to take damage off of both of the baby dragon and the musketeer. Since we haven't seen a mini P.E.K.K.A. or a prince, we're going to go ahead and play the goblins, and the goblins are going to go ahead and take care of the spear goblins there and go down and take out some more hit points off of the princess tower. And this is where your arrows are going to come into play. They're going to be used to combat the goblin barrel, and so he's going to be forced to play the knight yet again. So he's got his knight on the in the arena, and since we haven't seen a balloon or a P.E.K.K.A. yet, we're going to go ahead and play the Inferno Tower. You can also exchange this card out for a cannon, and we also have the minions taking off damage on the Valkyrie there, and that preserved our Inferno Tower. So now we have our Musketeer moving down the arena, and we can go ahead and get our Hog Rider back into the exchange, chipping off more damage off of the Princess Tower. And really at this point, we've already cycled through our Hog twice now and taken our that Princess Tower down to 742 hit points. So he kind of lured out my arrows by mistake here. I played him, and he sent down the Goblin Barrel, but we used the goblins to go ahead and take care of the Goblin Barrel goblins and preserve health on our own Princess Tower, which causes him to play his spear goblins there, and now we're going to go ahead and start the rotation all over again. So at this point, we've already seen a full rotation on his deck for the most part, and we haven't seen any heavy tanks or heavy destruction units like a balloon or a P.E.K.K.A. yet. So we can go ahead and keep the cycle going over and over and over again in the same manner. In this case, we're going to go ahead and play that Hog Rider again. causing the Valkyrie to change her direction, and he's going to send the Goblin Barrel down the arena, and we're going to use the arrows to take care of the Goblin Barrel. At the same time, our minions have taken down a lot of health off of the Valkyrie, and we're going to play the Knight in the center of the arena again, distracting the baby dragon, playing the Musketeer. So you can kind of see the repetition here of the same thing happening over and over and over again, dropping the Inferno Tower to distract that Knight, and now we're going to send our Hog Rider back down the arena, taking out the Princess Tower for the win. So in this replay here, the attacker actually has a balloon in his lineup, but he's unable to play it due to the speed of the cycle deck. In this case here, I should have used the Fireball a lot earlier with that Witch bypassing the Princess Tower, but I'm able to rebound there and use the Musketeer to do a little bit of one-on-one exchange. So Knight can be used to defend against the Musketeer, and he's also a great tank for the Hog Rider. In this case, the Knight will tank for the Hog Rider, taking out the Spear Goblins and allowing our Hog Rider to take a lot of damage off of the Princess Tower in this exchange. We have the Valkyrie moving down the left-hand lane, and she will continue to move with the Witch being dropped. So in this case, since we have not seen that balloon yet, I don't know it's in rotation, and I play the Inferno Tower, as well as dropping the minions to assist with getting rid of the Witch and the Valkyrie. And then we play the Musketeer versus the Baby Dragon, and then again, we have the same rotation all over again, so we're going to play the Knight again, or at least see if we can play the Knight with the Hog Rider in the exchange. So he does have a mini P.E.K.K.A. in his lineup, and the Knight will tank versus the mini P.E.K.K.A. and allow the Hog to go down and take more damage off of the Princess Tower. So again, he plays the Witch. We're going to play the Fireball versus the Witch. She will get a few hits off of our Princess Tower, but then we can play our minions and send them down to distract the Baby Dragon. And now we have a Musketeer, Baby Dragon. So we're going to drop our Knight right dead center to stop that assault and allow the Musketeer to take both of those out, sending the Hog back down the arena and getting damage and taking out the Princess Tower. So at this point, with the amount of time left, we know that his main focus is the left-hand side of the arena. So we're going to go ahead and start to go into a little bit of a defensive mode. He plays the mini P.E.K.K.A. in the right-hand lane, and we're going to use the minions and goblins there to pull that mini P.E.K.K.A. in and take it out, which leaves him with no other choice than to start defending the right-hand lane of the arena, and it's going to shut down that attack. Alright, so we've worked our way up into Arena 5. Let's go ahead and speed up the action and get into some dual lane action in the arena. So, in this case here, our attacker has a Barbarian Hut, and we're going to go ahead and play our Hog Rider. Right off the bat, left-hand lane on the Princess Tower. He's got skeletons to combat that, but we're going to use the minions to defend. So, using lower cards, lower elixir costing cards here to combat and counter. We're going to use a Fireball on the Witch, getting damage on both that Princess Tower as well as the Witch, which is going to allow my Princess Tower to take out the Witch without any other cards to be used. We're going to play our Knight. So he's got an Inferno Tower in the arena on the right-hand lane. So we're going to go ahead and play that Hog Rider in the left-hand lane since he's not really trying to defend it as much. And so he's got the Baby Dragon, and we haven't seen that P.E.K.K.A. yet. So we're going to go ahead and place the Inferno Tower dead center of the arena and allow for defense of both lanes here, which is going to allow me to recoup on some elixir. So in this exchange, I gave him a little bit too much time. I should have got something in the arena, but I didn't do it, and it allowed us to both get things in the arena as well as the Barbarian Hut being replaced. So he's back to doing the same thing as he did before with the Inferno Tower in the right-hand lane. Not really sure why he kept doing that, but it allowed me to send the Hog down, get a lot of damage off of the left-hand Princess Tower, and I'm going to play that Goblin versus the Prince and the Inferno Tower as well as the minions. So it seems like we got a little bit of an exchange here, but we're able to shut it down with the Fireball. And then we also have Barbarians continue in the right-hand lane, and we're going to use Goblins to defend against them. So it's constant rotation here, constant rotation. Now that P.E.K.K.A. is in the arena, we're going to go ahead and drop the Hog Rider on the left-hand side to take care of the Princess Tower, dropping the Inferno Tower dead center to shut down the onslaught from the P.E.K.K.A. and using the Goblins to defend against that Baby Dragon, and shutting down 2-lane action in that match. Alright, so not every replay is going to be perfect. I'm going to finish you off with some major mistakes and really show that you know, stuff happens and that you can rebound in a match as long as you stay calm and pay attention to what they're putting out. So in this case here, we got a giant skeleton and a balloon. Misplay on the Inferno Tower, so the balloon is able to get all the way down to the Princess Tower and take down a lot of damage off of the Princess Tower. So this is kind of one of those cases where you know, sometimes you kind of freak out and you're like, oh, I don't even know what to do now. But just kind of try to remain calm and try to rebound off of the play. In this case here, played the Hog Rider. He sends the Hog Rider as well, and I didn't even have a card there to defend versus the Hog Rider. So the Hog Rider is able to take down the right-hand Princess Tower on my side. In most cases, you're going to probably freak out and not be able to rebound off of this. But you got to stay calm. We've already seen a couple of big cards. We've seen the giant skeleton. We've seen the balloon. So we know what's in his rotation. He's going to play the prince here. So we're going to use the goblins and the minions to take care of that prince and shut it down. At the same time, the knight was allowed to go all the way down on his side of the arena and put more damage on that right hand lane. So that's going to be really my main focus, is getting damage and taking out that right hand Princess Tower. So we're going to play the Musketeer here, and we are going to see the balloon yet again. So that's what I've been waiting for, holding on the Inferno Tower specifically for that balloon, and it's going to allow the balloon to go down, doing a little bit of damage to the Inferno Tower, and allowing my Musketeer to go down and take that right-hand Princess Tower all the way down to 209 hit points. So we're going to use the Knight to slow down the baby dragon, and we're going to send goblins. So the main focus here is to try to get rid of that right-hand Princess Tower. We're going to be able to take it down. The Hog Rider is distracted by the Inferno Tower. It's going to stop him from using that. So now we're really kind of even, and we're under the 1 minute mark. So now we're double elixir, and so he's going to really try to rush the Crown Tower here. I'm going to use the Zap spell. So I've exchanged the arrows for the Zap spell at this point. We'll get into a future video with the exchanges being made to the deck and show you how to use other cards with the Hog Cycle deck. Really the main focus here is what you're seeing on the screen. So again, he's going to play the balloon. We're going to use the Inferno Tower to distract the balloon, and we're going to be able to send that Hog Rider down to get more damage off of the Princess Tower. And really, we're really not going after the triple crown here. We're going after finishing it up and getting the double crown and the victory here. So guys, hopefully you're able to get something out of this video. I know I'm new to Clash Royale, but we're going to be dropping more content from Clash Royale. I'm aiming to be a pro. That's really my idea here. I'd like to get up there and play with the big boys. We'll see what happens. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video, guys. And thanks for watching.